be honest with yourself and think about all the reasons why you feel nervous. Now, I've written 3 to 5 points here, but this is minimum 3 to 5 points put down. But if I were you, I would actually write down as many points as possible, what that are the reasons why I feel nervous. And then a good approach towards getting over nervousness is, once you've written them out, try to tackle each one of them one at a time, right? Which means, if you know heart of hearts that you feel nervous while presenting because your fluency is not good, take the required steps to improve your fluency. Now, if you've joined this class and this coaching program, you already know what that means, which is the communication gym is what that is. To improve your fluency, do all the 4 or 5 things that are required to be done there. If you do that, you will get better. If you don't do that, you're not going to get better. It's as simple as that. So do what is required. If English is one of those things, if you know that you're not good at articulating views and you keep getting jumbled, which could be a mix of different, do it more. You've learned all the things already that needs to be done. Just practice it more. The more you practice it, the better you're going to get. So you need to really list down genuinely all the points of why you get nervous when you're presenting or public speaking or stage fright. Really make the list as long as possible, and then try to deal with every issue there that is there. And of course, take this list down that you've written here to your coaching session and discuss it with your coach as well, right? Because beyond the input that I'm going to give you, I'm sure he has some precious input to give you based on his experience, and even having a discussion on it of this is the reason why I feel nervous and what am I going to do about it, right? You're going to have an exercise around that for your coaching class. This is the reason why I'm nervous, and you need to come up with what exactly is the action that you're going to take to deal with that nervousness, right? And if you don't have an answer, hopefully the coach should give you an answer, and you should learn a lot from this session as well. So you could be, again, one of those people that overestimates everything and makes everything high stakes, right? So you need to then mentally, exactly like I told myself, saying that let's not overplay this thing, right? This one kind of presentation. The last point that I have to share before I go on, right? I should have said this earlier, but I remembered it now. Is the whole thing of, because one of the big problems is this, overestimating the stakes involved in this thing. This is one of the big problems that people have, and one of the reasons why they're nervous, is often give yourself room for failure if you want to reduce your nervousness. Right now, what does this room for failure mean? So if I made 10 presentations, I would often tell myself that I'm going to screw up in at least 3 of them. I'm going to do really badly in at least 3 out of those 10 presentations, right? And I need to do reasonably well in at least 7 out of them. So I've already given myself 30% room for failure. So every time I went to present and I probably goofed up a little more, I would say, yes, okay, out of my 10, 1 is already done, right? My quota of 1 is done. Then I'd probably make a couple of more presentations that were good. Then I'd probably screw up again because I'd overestimate. Then I'd say, okay, you know what? 1 more is gone. So give yourself some room for failure, which connects to your work in progress philosophy, right? And the minute you do that, these are all the things that you need to do to reduce the unrequired, unnecessary self pressure that we put on ourselves, that doesn't help anyone but increases our own blood pressure, and the final result is never good as a result of it, right? If you manage your nervousness well, if you dance with your nervousness well, that's where the fun begins, right? Because if you manage it well, that nervousness really leads you to prepare better for the subject that you're going to present. It often is the fuel that keeps you up at night one day before the presentation, right? It'll keep you up at night saying that, oh, it'll get you thinking about the presentation a little more. You'll prepare a little more because you'll be slightly nervous in your stomach the night before the presentation. And that's what nervousness is supposed to do, ladies and gentlemen. It's not supposed to shock you. It is supposed to be that kind of fuel that keeps you up at night a little before the presentation, so that you play out different scenarios, that you prepare better. So use nervousness for that.